All right, this is the look. Very cute, very blue. We're going to the East End Rant cafe. About to head downstairs now because it's like a 13-minute drive from here. Because I don't think you can walk there from here. So it's like a 13-minute drive. We're gonna head down, and after the cafe, we're gonna come back, use the bathroom, decompress for a little bit, and then we're gonna leave again for a vintage car excursion. That's like 2 hours long with champagne, champagne. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now. If you get a chance, I recommend doing this tour. You can find it on TripAdvisor. It's just a driver and you and another person. I think you can up to 3 people. The driver's a local. They'll take you around Paris. You can specify if you want an English speaker or not. They'll show you around Paris, talk to you about like history, culture, fun facts you may not learn from a quick Google search or TikTok. It was really fun. A lot of people were looking at us because it is a vintage car. But I really enjoyed this tour. Honestly, I wanted like 2 more hours. He showed us the Pantheon. He told us fun facts about Napoleon, where he was buried, about his horse being taxidermied. This building, by the way, is so beautiful up close. So beautiful. We went to the Latin Quarter, a bunch of different areas. I learned about the gay queer culture in Paris, which I loved. He showed us where they filmed Emily in Paris as well, which is right here. This is her apartment building, if I'm correct. Here's the restaurant, which I did get pictures of, which I will insert right here. Alright, y'all, we're on my phone camera right now because my other camera is charging and I didn't take out the charger when I walked in. We're back from the cafe and the tour. I misspoke when I said the tour. The tour does not include champagne. They do have the option, but I didn't do that option. I forgot. Yeah, we arrived back. We were late, like, on our part because the cafe, I'll just start at the cafe. So, all right, so the news is on. Give me a second. Actually, it's fine. You can't really hear it. So, if you do the tour, if you go to the cafe, it's, I don't want to mispronounce the name. 1 second. What is the name of where we went? I have the receipt. 1 second. So if you go to I think it's Maxime Frédéric at Louis Vuitton. It's basically the cafe in Louis Vuitton, just like the Dior cafe and the Louvre Museum. Basically, they have the whole museum or like the exhibition, and then upstairs or in another area, you find the cafe. Same situation. I can't speak on the Dior cafe, so I don't know if the food there is good or not. But this cafe, the Louis Vuitton one, give them their 10s. That shit was so good. I wish I could try the entire menu, but I would have been broke. But I'm gonna tell you how much we spent first. This is including tip, $311 USD. In euro, it would have been 280 euros. This is for me and my mom. We had sparkling water. When you order, they give you a complimentary appetizer, which is a I think green, it's like a sweet pea. I think a green sweet pea soup is so good. So good. Everything has the Louis Vuitton logo on it. It was amazing. It has like really nice foam on top. It was in a little teacup. So good. It had like this almost like kind of cheddar, not cheddar, but like cheesy, airy biscuit. Like you bite into it and it's like airy and puffy. You dip it in. It was so good.
That was complimentary. In terms of drinks, my mom got I think she got a cappuccino. No, she got a macchiato, and I got a pink lemonade. It had raspberry in it. I just want something kind of tart. Normally I would get like a coffee or something. The coffees, if I'm correct, do have the logo as well. But I didn't need caffeine because it was a lunchtime, and like I did sleep in, so I didn't need caffeine. So I just got a pink lemonade. Pink lemonade was $12. The cappuccino was $11. I'm going based on the thing. And then we got, for appetizers, she got this homard tartlet. I think it's homard, how you say shrimp. It was a prawn tartlet. It had, correction. No, that's lobster. Sorry. I got the homard, I think, homard. I got a lobster tartlet. It was lobster, like spring vegetables, different greens in it, in this like almost, I don't want to call it a waffle cone, but it was kind of like a waffle cone bowl. Everything on the plate was edible. It had these flowers in it. It was so good. It was refreshing. It was like a refreshing lobster salad, but tartlet form. It was delicious. That was $54. It was an appetizer. And then my mom's appetizer was $46, and it was an avocado prawn wafer. So basically it's like an avocado guacamole situation with shrimp on top, I think it was, or in between, or prawns, and then you have the wafer, and that looks so good. The Louis Vuitton, again, sketched into it. It was so, I took a little piece of it. I'm not an avocado fan. There was avocado in mine. I'm not a fan of avocado, but it was good. It wasn't to a point where it was like, ugh. Like it was, they used the avocado good. Like it wasn't overbearing at all. It really did go well with the flavors. And it has like a little cocktail sauce for hers. She forgot she even had a sauce because she was just tearing into it. I tried a little bit of hers. It was delicious. Mine was refreshing. Hers was good. And then we both got the crustacea. We basically got shellfish ravioli. Again, Louis Vuitton logo as well. It had like a lobster bisque foam. I think you get 4 or 5 shellfish raviolis, where you have a shrimp on top of each ravioli. And then again, it's like embossed or engraved, whatever the word is, with the logo. And then it has, you know, like a sauce as well. And then there's like lobster within it, or whatever shellfish meat inside of it, with the shrimps on top. It was really good. That was hold on. Whatever 92 divided by 2 is, I don't feel like doing the math. It was 92 euros for 2 of those. I don't feel like doing the math. I'm assuming that's what, 46? Yeah, it was $46 each. So $46 for the ravioli. And then, sorry, I'm trying to remember what this other thing is. And I don't remember. Actually, no, that might have been the sparkling water. The sparkling water may not have been complimentary. I think the still water was, but I think sparkling you pay for. Yeah. So I think sparkling was 9 euros, but I think still water's free. Don't quote me on that. Whatever. Yeah, I'm assuming that was sparkling water. I'm looking at it. But it was really good. Again, I know hearing the price sounds insane, but remember we went to the Louis Vuitton cafe. If this was any other cafe, I'd be like, that's crazy. Because like Corette, we spent $86. But again, I'm going to a designer cafe. So I'm not shocked that we spent designer prices. Keep in mind, you don't assume you're gonna go to a designer cafe and spend like $50, $86 on 2 people. You're gonna spend that on one thing probably, babes. But it was really, really good. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I would go again. For the stuff I'm doing, I'm trying to do super touristy things. Like also I'm doing some tourist stuff, but I'm also doing stuff I just want to enjoy. I really do love fashion. I love art. I love learning about culture, architecture. So I'm trying to do little things. I'm trying to do things that are like kind of touristy, but not the cliche tourism. So that's what that was for. It was really fun. I would do it again. And then I tipped the girl $20 because off the top of my head, I could not remember the different percentage rates. So I was like, fuck it, $20. I don't know. This is probably not a lot. And it's probably not a lot of the receipt of the bill, but I'm sorry, here, $20. But yes, it was really good. If I could go again, I would. And I would try the, I think it's waffles. I think it's waffles they have. And I saw caviar as an option. I would try that. I would try their vanilla latte and their chai. I would try their matcha. and I would probably try one of their wafers. I think they have a scallop option, if I'm correct. There's a lot of things on that menu I would try again. Like, I definitely would go back. But I also want to try other cafes. So that's what this was. It was great. I loved it. And in terms of the tour, the tour was so fun. Because, you know, you're just in the car. You're, like, driving by stuff. You're driving by, like, all the little hot spots that people would pay for to go to, get out, explore. But I did a lot. Like, I already seen the Louvre. I've seen the Eiffel Tower. I've been to Notre Dame. I've been to the Arc de Triomphe. So, like, those are certain things where I'm like, oh, I won't die if I don't get out of the car and go tour inside. So I was okay with just driving by them again. And he talked about, like, he showed us, like, the back streets of Paris. He showed us the different, is it arrondissements? Basically, the different districts. We went through, I think, we went through the Latin Quarter, is it La Mer, I think it was? La Marie? Is it La Marie? I'm sorry, I forgot. I have the pronunciation in my head and I completely lost it. I just took a shot of, I think it's like Cosmo tequila, like Reposado. It's this pink bottle. It was so good. I just took a shot or two downstairs, like this much of it. So that's gonna hit me later. It was really fun. We did drive past the tunnel where Princess Diana died, and I went, oh. He was like, oh, and that right there, that's the tunnel where Princess Diana died. And I went, I'm sorry. So that was we learned I learned that France, or at least Paris, I think it was Paris, was rebuilt, and I think, was it the 18th century or 1800s? There was a period of time where France was rebuilt because it basically was destroyed, like Paris, I think it was. So they rebuilt it at a time. He was talking about how the really rich people would stay on the second floor while the maids would stay on the top floor, because a lot of French establishments or hotels or whatever don't necessarily have elevators. So we were joking, like, oh, maybe, was it like a laziness thing? Like, nah, y'all gonna come to us. We ain't going up high. But then we were comparing it to London, where often in London it would be the, London and the States, where the higher up you are, the more rich you're assumed to be, versus the lower you are, the poorer you are. And I do believe that's true in the sense of how a lot of establishments operate. Like in my old housing, when I was living on campus but off campus, the higher floor you were, the higher your rent was, because, you know, people charge for views. Like, literally, they're charging you for, oh, well, you see more of the city. Oh, you see more of the city. Oh, you see more of the city. So, like, even with cruises, the difference between, like, an ocean view or a cabin with no view versus a balcony, they're all very different prices. They charge you for the view. So, that was interesting to learn about. We went to the area where Emily in Paris was filmed. I got pictures, which are on my Instagram, at Brianna in Paris, basically. That's not my username, but, like, haha, that's gonna be my caption probably. I considered making a reservation for the restaurant, but, like, honestly, every time I look at reviews, no one's, like, raving about the food. They're like, the food was good. But they're never like, oh my God, this was fire, I'll go again. There's like, food was good. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna die if I don't go to Gabriel's restaurant, which is not the actual name, but, like, you know, in the show, it's Gabriel's restaurant. Like, I'm not gonna die if I don't go there. So that was cool. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. The tour guide was really funny. He was like, I learned about him and his culture and his background. I learned he speaks many languages, which just inspires me to want to learn languages, because I can speak a little bit of random languages, but I'm not fluent in any language other than English. So I want to increase my fluency, because he speaks German, he speaks Arabic, he speaks Moroccan, he speaks English, he speaks French, he speaks, I think there was one other language, and then he's like, but I wish I knew Spanish. And I'm just like, sir, you know enough. What do you mean you wish you also knew? Okay, all right, slight flex. But yeah, we were talking to him about, like, learning how to cook, like, because he was asking questions like, well, how can I, like, you know, really get into cooking, and, like, just, yeah, so no, it was fun. Like, we were, like, kind of look back and forth. He was talking about, like, his interest in music and everything. He was a very, like, personable guy, which I enjoyed. Like, I don't like tour guides who are like, this is my job. Hey, this is this. Like, they actually interact with you. They want to learn about you, and they also teach you about their cultures and everything. You know, it's like an exchange of information. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. I got really cute pictures. I learned about how they have, I think it's Napoleon Bonaparte. Is it Napoleon Bonaparte? The Emperor of Paris. I learned about how they have, his bones are in the, I just forgot which building it was. Which one is it Notre Dame? Is it the Pantheon? No, I think the Pantheon has Victor Hugo in it. The man who wrote Les Miserables, I know he said he is, I guess, memorialized in a sense, and I think the Pantheon is it, and then Napoleon is in like the dome of another building, and then his horse is taxidermied in there as well. I don't know, it's just really fascinating to learn about how, like, you know, different, I guess, like icons or like influential figures of their history are like memorialized in different ways. We went past, I think, 3 or 4 different things that honor George Washington, to where I was like, wait, what did George Washington do for the French? So where now you look that up, I'm like, wait, did he matter here? I didn't realize my hotel is near the I don't know if it's the embassy for United States or the place for them, but it's like it says like Place de Etats Unis. I'm sorry, I don't remember. It's United States, something regarding the United States. I know the Kenya's embassy. It's not. It says ambassador of Kenya. It doesn't say embassy. It says ambassador. So I'm assuming that might be the embassy. But that's like 5 minutes walking from here for Kenya. We went past the Yves Saint Laurent Museum again. I don't know. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. I love an educational but yet still fun tour. A lot of people were staring at us and taking pictures of us, like in the car, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And mind you, I'm like, I know I'm in your photo, so I'm gonna pose, because y'all not gonna catch me looking ugly and posting on your story. Because, like, it's not like you can't see me. The windows aren't tinted, so I know you see me, so I'm gonna look cute. So I'm like, because, like, y'all not gonna catch me ugly on your stories. Fuck you. And mind you, they're not subtle. They're like, with the phones, like, a girl was on FaceTime, she just turned the phone around like this. Didn't even flip the camera. She's going. I'm just like, damn, bitch. And then one guy's like damn near in the camera, just like, and I'm like, hey, weirdo. Mind you, I looked at him and he was like, he looked appalled that I would look at him. And I'm like, bro, you looking at me, so I'm looking at you. What's up? But that's beside the point. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was so fun. This is my outfit. I've worn this before to Dubai, but I've only worn this like 3 times. I really need to wear my closet more. But it was really, it's like nice and flowy. It's only 70 or 71 degrees here. And he's like, yeah, it's hot. And I'm like, I love a 70-degree weather. This is beautiful. Because, like, but, like, my last Uber, I think it was, he was like, yeah, it's very hot here in Paris. And I'm like, bro, it's, like, 70 degrees. He's like, it's hot for us. And I'm like, I don't know if I love or hate that for you. Because, like, this is hot. Georgia is, like, 86, 90, 100 degrees in spring. Fuck you. And they're like, yeah, we can't wait for the rain and the wind. And I'm like, when Georgia rains, it floods or we lose power. What you mean? I brought this umbrella. I ain't had to use this umbrella once. Man, I could let that shit at home and use that extra weight for something else. But anyways, I had a great day. We're going to Big Love restaurant, I guess, at 7:45. It's currently 5:36, so that reservation's later. It's, if I'm correct, in a vegetarian Italian restaurant or something like that. I was trying to find a Black-owned restaurant, and I don't remember if Big Love is, but there's this place called Cozy. It's Kosy. And I think it was I couldn't get the reservation, so I wasn't able to book it. So I was like, okay, well, what else is in that area? And I saw that one, and I'm like, okay, I do like plant-based food. I do like vegetarian options. Let's try it. I know they like Italian food here. Let's do both in one. So I'm excited to try it. And yeah, we're going to see what it gives. I'm going to, oh shit, that shot is now in my head, bro. The shot's about to be here. But yeah, I'm about to drink my little Coke and lime. By the way, if you haven't had Coke and lime or Coke and lemon, I believe lime and lemon makes Coke way better. I love a Coke with lime or lemon, just saying. It just adds that little, just a little, Yeah, I was supposed to put the liquor in here. I just took the shot. I was like, and my mom was like, Bray, that's so much. And I'm like, eh. And she's like, you college students. And I'm like, gotta know your liquor. And it was also fun because the guy was like joking about like how Parisians drive or like just the French. He was like, yeah, I know you might think this looks insane, but like, don't worry. And I'm just like, okay. My mom, oh my God, wow. It's just wow. And I'm just like, because I'm like, low-key, this just reminds me of, like, living in Georgia, like, and she's like, oh, my God, like, she's like, I mean, New York drivers are, like, intense, but, like, we have traffic laws, and I'm like, I don't know, the couple times I've been in New York, I felt a little scared for my life in the back of some people's cars, You talking about how they drive here? I'm scared about how the New Yorkers drive too. I'm scared about how the people in Georgia drive. It's not just New York. The Georgians, y'all scare me too. And I'm from Georgia. I've only ever lived in Georgia. And I'm scared of my own people. I'm scared of Americans driving. I've yet to experience California drivers, but Georgia drivers, New York drivers, dear God. So honestly, the Paris drivers don't faze me as much. Because you would think with the way they drive, you're going to see an accident. They just be, the worst you're going to hear is a honk. They be like, honk, honk. Or they going to talk at you. And that's it. And they're just like, cool. And I'm just like, all right. Meanwhile, Atlanta, I'm like, we gonna die. We're gonna die. Immediately, I'm like, car accident, or someone's gonna take that hit and hope they get insurance money. Meanwhile, here, you would think an accident's gonna happen, and they just be like, beep, beep, bitch, and then, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Or they be this close to hitting each other, and it don't happen. You're just like, how? Do y'all have like some kind of like good karma that keeps you from getting accidents? I don't know. But I felt that way since the first time I came here. I was just like, the Parisians drive kind of crazy, but like, I ain't phased, because like, low-key, me too. Like, if it's just me in the car, me too. If it's someone else in the car, all right, I'm gonna drive. You know, this is crazy that I'm like, oh, someone else in the car, I'm gonna drive safe. Me in the car, oh, who gives a fuck? That's so bad. I should work on that. That's dangerous. It's the mental health problems. I value other people's lives more than my own, allegedly. Not like me as of recently. No, I just feel so cute, y'all. I really need to fix this twist. This twist looks fucking stupid. But the rest, cute. This is also the twist my cat yanked the fuck out of, so I know why it looks a mess. But the rest of these are holding up pretty nicely. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. I really should start editing these videos, so peace out, girls. That's so fucking early. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna see y'all at dinner. All right, fun times. There's traffic, kind of. The restaurant is 4 miles from here, but because of this traffic, we need to leave 10 minutes earlier. I'm gonna need to do skincare for real later when I come back. I broke out. This is the first time I ever had a pimple from my period, and it's still here on my nose. This is the first time I ever had a pimple on my nose, and it's still there. And then this bitch is new, and then the other ones have been here my entire life. But yeah, we're about to head out to Big Love Cafe, so I'm just gonna fix my hair when we come back. I'm not changing. I was gonna change. I'm not changing. It is what it is. I think this look is cute. I think she's cute. You're not. So yeah, I'm just gonna like maybe change my lip. Honestly, I might just make it more nude. And yeah, maybe put some highlighter on my nose and then I'm gonna dip. Ooh, dope. Yeah. Look at the lighting in here, bro. Look at the lighting. This is the look. You know, she's simple, she's cute. Just highlight her nose, and re-up the perfume, and then dip. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're going shopping today. Today's a shopping day. Well, I had other plans, but I really want to get some shopping out the way. So that's what we're gonna go do. This is the fit. She's very simple, very cute, colorful. So we have gold with a little color. Yeah, you get the vibe. So yeah, we're gonna go shopping. We're gonna go to, I think it's Galeries Lafayette, Haussmann. The biggest, I think biggest shopping mall here, or one of the biggest. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna go to PopMart. I wanna go to Minnesota. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, and I need to go Jelly Cat for my friend. So that's what we're finna do today. Let's get it. So to all you girlies who like, oh my god, mother-daughter trips, father-daughter trips, parent-daughter trips, or parent-son trips are so fun. You lied, because no, they're not. You know how annoying it is when you want to do something by yourself and you can't because the other person wants to tag along, even when you're like, you're not gonna want to do this, isn't for you, you're not gonna buy anything. And they're just like, oh, I just want to explore, I just want to look. And it's like, I can't do shit by myself. If I'm gonna do anything alone, I gotta sneak out. You know how hard it is to sneak out when somebody got your location? Bitch can't do shit alone. I can't. Oh. I want to go to PopMart. She didn't even want nothing PopMart. You was just talking shit about PopMart and the stuff in there. Now you want to go to PopMart. Oh, you might eat. I will. But damn, I can't go alone. I can't go to a club alone. I can't even go to a club alone because she's going to tag along. Ask me how the clubs are. I can't tell you for real. I've snuck out 3 times and it was fun, but I had to be quick. It's hard out here. This isn't for my Jeep, this is for people. Do you have it in your trunk? Nope. I collect, I don't give out. Heading out to a dinner at Pink Mama. This is the look. It's just this top, which I need to fix, and a pair of jeans that flare at the bottom, like that. And yeah, heading out. Excited to see what the hype is. If does it live up to the hype? What is this truffle pasta giving? I'm excited to find out. This is yours. Oh, it's like fluffy. Oh, yeah, that's cheese.
I want to say like mozzarella, but
Damage was done to my wallet. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Everything I bought today. Everything I bought during the trip.
Texted that to his mom. To his mom. That's hard.
She screenshotted it, but was she like?
He wraps it. Oh wow.
Hey y'all, do you like the look? It's just the lash extensions I've had the entire trip, plus the lip. That's all I did. Just lash extensions, some sleep, and then I did a lip liner blended out with, what gloss did I put on? I just put on a lip gloss on top of it. I can't remember if it wasn't, I don't think it was Charlotte Tilbury. I put on a lip gloss in this, and that was it. By now, I cannot remember what lip gloss it was. Oh, I know. I put on the ColourPop Plumping Lip Liner first. Then I put on one of the lip liners from the Bratz collection, which sadly they no longer have that lip liner because they only have the Chloe lip kit left, which is still a really pretty lip kit, but they don't have any of the other ones. And I think this is either from the Jade or Yasmin collection, the color. And then I put just like a normal gloss on top of it. So a very simple kind of like brownish pink lip to go like more of a champagne-y cream color top and skirt. Yeah, and I'm wearing black heels. I'm wearing a black jacket because it's a little chilly outside, and I've been really ignoring the weather because I'll be trying to dress for style and like what I think is cute versus for the weather. But I can't keep doing that because I do have the LSAT coming up, and I want to be at least sit to the LSAT comfortably. So I'm gonna bring a jacket with me so the black will match the black. But I forgot to give y'all a review of yesterday's food, but I give you a haul. But in terms of yesterday's food at Pink Mama, I had misread our reservation. I double booked for today, Monday, as I'm filming. It's our last day. And I don't know why I thought I made the reservation for Sunday at 8:30, at 8 o'clock. Apparently I made it for Monday, which is today. But the problem is I had another reservation for today at this restaurant called, I think it's like Coco Paris or like Bisou Coco. Basically, the restaurant's, it's like called Restaurant Coco in Paris. I think they have like 1 or 2 locations. I've seen great reviews regarding their lunch, but in terms of dinner, I've seen mixed reviews. But I'm not really going for anything crazy. I'm not going for like caviar and this and that. Shockingly, I didn't have caviar on this trip. I don't know why I didn't get it. But they have a caviar option for like an appetizer. It's like $107. And I'll never want caviar that bad for an appetizer on my last day of the trip when I do in fact have to pay my parking when I go back home. And mind you, I'm shoving the shit out of my stuff into that suitcase. I don't even know if this shit's gonna fit. That's besides the point. Yeah, so besides the point. Anyways. Sorry, I paused it. I don't know where I paused it. In terms of Pink Mama, reservation, because it was an error, I didn't want to leave because I already paid the Uber to get there because we didn't feel like taking the train again. So paid the Uber to get there. Got there early for the reservation, like maybe 10 minutes early. Stood in the line without reservations at first, realized it was the wrong line, won the reservation line. And then I was like, oh shit, the reservation's for tomorrow. But I was like, I'm already here. I'm still gonna wait. I'm not gonna leave and come back. No. I want my food now. So we just got on the line that for no reservation. So by the time we got on that line, it was maybe 8:10. Because if you have a reservation, you do still wait in the reservation line. So we, like, after it was like figured out like, oh, your reservation's for tomorrow, but you're welcome to still wait. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So that was like 8:10. Went to the normal line. We're seated by, I think, 9:05, 9:10. Because, mind you, I think there's numerous levels to the restaurant, but there's also a bar area. And I think they try to make sure those at a reservation actually get, like, the proper seatings, like the really nice seating. Because you're not, like, a walk-in. You went out of your way to make a reservation. So they're going to make sure you get a proper seating. So I don't have, like, really super aesthetic photos of the interior, but I can find some on Instagram and insert them here. But it's still a really cute restaurant. I like the vibe. I didn't mind sitting at the bar, especially because traveling with my mom for restaurants, she an iPad adult, an iPhone adult. She be on her phone watching Instagram reels and shit, and like no Facebook videos, whatever their thing is. And I think Instagram reels or whatever with her AirPods in and doing trading and shit. So it's not really talking. So I just it's kind of like if you go to a bar or like a restaurant that has a bar counter and you just eat by yourself. It was like that. Like you sit at the counter and eat. So I had a drink. It was called Hot to Go. It was basically an espresso martini with chili infused. I think it was like Sky chili infused vodka with like, I think it was cacao powder or something within it. It was really good. Basically, it's just like like a spicy margarita. It was like a spicy, I guess, espresso martini. I wouldn't call it spicy. It had a little zing to it, but it wasn't spicy. But it was good. And my mom had like a Bellini. I think it was a peach Bellini or something. It was good as well. I don't think she finished it because she's not really a drinker. But it was good from the sips I had. I do not remember the name of the meal. It had bruschetta, if I'm correct. I think. Basically, think of this like cheesy globe with some kind of pork meat next to it. It almost reminded me of a deconstructed pasta, like a deconstructed Parmesan situation where you have like a mozzarella or some sort of cheese. You have like herbs. You have like this kind of greenish, maybe pesto or oil dress, like oil underneath it with herbs. And you have like the meat itself and some like, kind of rich tomato sauce and then bread. And that was an appetizer. We got 2 side Caesar salads because I love getting salads here. Well, I don't like it's still a normal salad. I just like getting salads with my meals. So I had a Caesar salad that was like $5. I don't remember. I think the appetizer was maybe $13. Then she just got like a bolognese pasta, and so, you know, just a really basic pasta. And then I was like, well, everyone be saying, you go to Pink Mama, you have to try the truffle pasta. You have to try the truffle pasta. So I'm like, all right, what's this truffle pasta about? Because I love truffle. What's it giving? They serve it literally in like the little pot or pan. And you look at it, it smelled nice. Like, oh, I love truffle. I love the smell of truffle. Some people do not like it, and I totally understand because truffle is an acquired taste. It was good though. It was really good. Well, I'm not saying it was really good. I do wish it was hotter in temperature. I've seen a lot of people say like there was kind of lukewarm. It wasn't cold, but it wasn't like, oh, this just came off the like the stove. When they'll be like, careful, it's hot. And I'm like, it's really not that hot. Like, I would have heated it. I would have made it a little hotter, personally. Temperature-wise, I would have liked it a little hotter, but it was still edible. But I just would have wanted it a little hotter. Like, I would want it hot to where, like, I maybe see some steam coming from it. Or I'm like, ooh, let me on the fork before I eat it kind of thing. Not immediately, oh, I can just straight up put this in my mouth. But that's also fine. I understand what you just want to be like, ooh, chow down. But, like, yeah. So in terms of a truffle pasta, for a truffle pasta, I would rate it out of 5, like a 4. It was not groundbreaking. It was no groundbreaking pasta. It was, I think, it's their famous pasta. It says on the menu, like 10 years famous pasta. It is a good pasta. I'm never gonna knock that. It was a good pasta. I was mad I couldn't finish it because I was stuffed. I realized with the medication I take for my mental health, even though I've been off of it for a little bit, but with me getting back on it and with the supplements I'm taking, and I think maybe just as I'm getting older, my appetite has started to kind of like shrink. So honestly, it's kind of upsetting coming somewhere where I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Parisian food's not good. It's good. I think people just think of how the stereotype of British food isn't good and apply it to most of like Europe, of like white Europe. But the food be good. It's just you gotta go to the right restaurants. But I'm mad I didn't get to finish it. And also because the noodles were like long and they were kind of big. They're like squiggly long noodles. They were big. I'm mad I couldn't finish it because it wasn't even like a fat ass serving of pasta. It was like it was a proper serving of pasta. They don't overfeed you here. And I always tell my mom that when she's like, oh, they don't give you a lot. And I'm like, no, they give you the proper serving. Proper servings, in my opinion, I feel like the servings they give you is proper, especially because they're assuming you're probably ordering other courses as well. They're not going to give you a fat ass portion of lobster and shrimp and pasta and bread when their menu also has like appetizers, entrees, main course, dessert, drinks. Like they're assuming you're ordering throughout the menu, so you gonna fill yourself up. Mind you, I get a salad and that pasta and I'm good. I was good. That my drink, my little espresso martini, that salad and most of that pasta, I was good. I didn't want to eat shit after that. And it wasn't because I felt gross. It was because like, no, bro, I'm stuffed. Like no more. But it was good. Again, rated a 4 out of 5. If it was hotter, I'd still leave it at a 4. Even if it was a hotter temperature, I'd still give it a 4. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. It was just good. And I liked it. I think I would go, if I went again, I would order something else on the menu just to experience other things. Because I saw other plates that looked really good. And they had really big servings of other things like, I think it was steaks and lobsters. Really nice servings, like proper servings that matched their prices. But all in all, I would rate Pink Mama based on the few things I ordered. And considering the fact that, again, I was sat within an hour without a reservation for the proper day. For that experience, considering I was also in a long line, and mind you, some of the line had like families of like 5, 6, 7. There was couples as well. there would be times where people would try and walk in the restaurant and then be turned out because they're like, oh, my bad, I didn't realize I could just walk in. And I'm like, what did you think the line was for? Or people would maybe go the wrong line and then be like, oh, wait, oh, okay, I actually don't have a reservation, let me come over here. Or, oh, there are other people who I noticed they didn't come with the right day of the reservation, or they would come too early. And the lady would be like, yeah, you can wait in the area, but you can't just be sat early. That's not how that works. You gotta come at your reservation time. So all in all, I would rate the restaurant a 4 out of 5. Lowest, I would give it maybe a 3.5, but that feels insane. Lowest maybe 3.8, but honestly, I think a 4 is just solid. It was just a good restaurant. It wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing. It was good. It was good. But in terms of another hype restaurant, we're going to the Coco restaurant, see what she gives. We're going literally at 6:30, like when it opens for dinner, because they close at 3 p.m. I think, or 3:30 p.m. because they have a brunch time, like brunch lunchtime. Close at 3 p.m. and then they open again at 6:30. If you live in Atlanta, a lot of restaurants are like that. They'll be open from like breakfast or brunch time, and then they'll close at like 3 or 4, and then open again later in the evening for dinner service. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I have no idea what I want to order. I don't even, if I'm correct, they're a French cuisine restaurant. I've mostly done French cuisine and Italian cuisine since I've been here, and then cafes, and then I had the Argentinian empanada restaurant that one day. And then I've had but I haven't had like any of the ramen. I know they have a lot of ramen places. They have a lot of shawarma, halal, and West Indian food. I haven't gotten a chance to do that because, again, I feel like I need more time to really do that. So I think next time I come, I would focus more time on just eating through the city and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting notifications as I'm doing this. So yeah, but I'll probably give an overall experience maybe on my flight, or honestly, yeah, I'll give an overall experience tonight when I come back, when I'm finished packing, of my overall review of the trip. And if there's any updates with the airport, I will include them after that review. But I think my final thoughts will be after dinner. And then we'll end it there. But we'll see. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Camera eats first. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give you a quick review. The first drink started hitting me mid-dinner. Like, God, I can't wait to fix this when I go home. This is so ugly now. But the rest of the hair eats. It's just this one twist that I really hate. And like one other that my cat ripped out. But the first drink hit me. Oh, first of all, I'm very proud of my, like, I guess, taste buds or my palate, because I was able to identify what surprise drink my mom got purely off of yuzu alone. I mean, I did read the menu, the drink menu, so I was aware of what some of the possible drinks could be, but like, she didn't know what she was getting. She just knew her second drink would be a surprise, and I drank it and I was like, it's citrusy, it's sweet, but it's not super sweet. In the main note, because as someone who used to work with yuzu drinks, I'm like, this is yuzu. This is yuzu. It's not lemon, it's not grapefruit, but it's very similar. This is yuzu. I didn't even taste the coconut part. I just know it's yuzu. But yeah, with my drinks, both are really good. Both are really good. The one I got the last had like Earl Grey, apricot, and like passion fruit. I think gin and something else. Very delicious. That's the one that's currently hitting me. But the one I had first was like apricot, I think rum, and I think a nut, but I could be wrong, or something else. And that was good too. That one hit me first. And then I was like very excited for my food to come because I'm like, wait, it's hitting me. So the food came, the food was delicious. I would give it like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I got smoked salmon. You really can't do smoked salmon wrong. It was like smoked salmon with herbs, probably chives, which I literally was talking about earlier, and like probably like a yogurt. And I want to say like a yogurt tea spread or creamy spread. I don't remember the exact spread it was, but that was really good. And then that was my appetizer. And then I got the creamy linguine with lobster. It's like blue shell or blue something lobster. It was delicious. It was really good. I wish I had more, honestly, not because it wasn't enough, but because it was so good. And then I had, and that salmon came with a piece of bread. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. And then I had for dessert a strawberry sorbet or sherbet. I think it was sorbet it was like a fresh strawberry sorbet. It definitely tasted like house made with which I think pieces of strawberry was it, and like the why I keep saying Biscoff, and shortbread cracked or like broken up in it with chantilly vanilla cream whipped on top. It was really good, like really good. I would definitely eat it again. And then I had the 2 drinks and water, mineral water. I love mineral water. And that was everything. I'd rate it lowest an 8, highest a 9 out of 10. If you have to do out of 5, I'd say it's a 4.5. It's probably one of my favorite of the restaurants we've had. I don't know which one my favorite was, honestly, but it's definitely between this one, Ginger, and I won't lie, all the upscale restaurants have been my favorites, but it's hard to pick what my favorite upscale was because I got different things at each restaurant, but they were all so good. I think the Louis Vuitton restaurant still might be one of my favorites. No, it's probably in like second place. I think Ginger might be my favorite restaurant, but no, the first night was great too. I don't have a favorite, I can't pick. All in all, I loved every restaurant. They were all very good. Paris has yet to disappoint my palate and my taste buds. It was great. I'm gonna go put this outfit in my suitcase now. Gang. We're gonna go put this outfit in the suitcase. Let's go in the suitcase, and then I'm gonna probably film a YouTube video or whatever. I think I'm gonna take a pause from drinking. Not that I was drinking heavily on this trip, but even when I haven't been on my meds for about a month, and I think it has officially left my system. Like, I was having a moment where I'm like, oh wait, I don't think I need them. Like, I think I'm healed. But you know when people say that and then a few weeks later or like a few days later, it just hits them and they're like, oh, I'm not good. I've hit that point where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. And it's finally like really set in. Of course, it would set in on me during the trip that, oh, I'm really not good. I'm not okay. I hope that doesn't worry whoever sees this. But like, I'm starting, the alcohol does make me feel better because if I'm sitting in silence, I was sitting in silence for a lot of the dinner, well, pretty much all the dinner. So sitting in silence for me, when I have a substance that's just making me, and I'm already like in my head just existing, so it's just me and my thoughts ruminating, and then the liquor on top of it that immediately has my brain like, yeah, think about this and think about this. It just, no, because then if anything, any little thing annoys me, or like the smell of cigarettes was starting to bother me, and normally, like, I understand if I'm in a big city, the smell of cigarettes, I'm not gonna be like super iffy about or like peeved because I know I'm in a big city and people are allowed to smoke in this area, so whatever. But I think in that moment, because the liquor is in my system and then the cigarettes and I'm being irritated by random things, I was just getting this weird form of anger. And I think my problem is because I'm starting to realize I'm not well again. I get upset about the most random things. Like the things I shouldn't be angry about, I get angry about. Like it's an irrational anger, which is my problem. I have to work on irrational anger and irritation, because things that most people wouldn't find irritating or as irritating as I do, I experience it on like a 10. Like I experience my irritation to the extreme. I have extreme bouts of emotion rather than, I guess, regular. So like when I'm upset, I'm infuriated. Like something that would be like, you'd be like a little mad about but move on from, I'm like enraged. And that's a problem because that's not healthy. So when you're like enraged over something, it just leads to a really bad crash out over shit. So like I need to work on that. And I feel like substances, I know, make my anger or my feelings worse. So I think after this trip, or at least after this month, because I do have a lot of shit going on celebratory wise, I think in May I'm gonna do like a dry month if possible, or maybe just do like a dry summer until my birthday comes. So like a dry spring maybe, and then when my birthday comes I'll turn up again. I don't know, it depends on what meds I start taking it. I really just want to get my emotions realigned, because I don't know, I feel like this trip has been good for me to really just have a lot of self-reflections and know, I don't know how we got here. I was supposed to give y'all updates about my trip overall. To rate the trip overall, there's still more I want to do, not tourist wise, but just in terms of eating around the city and really getting like engrossed. Is that the word? Ingrained. I want to immerse myself. That's the word. I want to become even more immersed. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my hair and it's pissing me off. But I want to become even more immersed in the city life. Like I was in the cities, but I think again, because I was traveling with another person, I was trying to also tailor my plans to accommodate someone else and their interest, and now we don't have similar interest in things we'd want to do. So I definitely would want to come back and really experience La Mer? I think it's La Mer. I want to experience La Marie. I want to experience the like LGBTQ plus culture more. I want to really experience the nightlife. I had a bunch of clubs on my list I didn't get to do. I got to do bars, but I want to do clubs, like nightclubs. I want to experience Parisian nightlife. I want to really practice my French. Only thing is, because I went to French, hear an English word, even if it wasn't from me, if they heard my mom say something in English, like even if it was just hi, or she was speaking to me, they really go, oh, English, and then they don't try French with me anymore. I'm like, no, I want to learn. Like, understand, like obviously we're gonna have to do English because I only know basic French, and I can only do like a basic conversation in French with like patience. Like you have to like let me do it, please. And like people are willing to try with me, but I understand if you're like in a restaurant or just an environment where it's like, oh, someone else, this is fast paced, or oh, someone else in your party speaks English, we're gonna just speak in English so they're not confused, and to accommodate them. So this was supposed to be a solo trip where I could like, you know, really, but that's what I want to do this again alone. Hopefully my dad will let me do it instead of violating all my plans. I would like to be able to experience this again, or go to another French speaking country maybe to pick up different French dialects. I want to go to like maybe an African country. an African country that speaks French, and maybe pick up on an African dialect, like a country that is like Africans, because I'm correct, that is a language from what I remember, South Africa, English, whatever the dialect is of that nation, and then, or at least the tribe, like, because I know they have tribes of like the area I'm in, and then of course their version of French. I would love to pick that up just to see the differences, even if it was like to go to Haiti or somewhere in maybe Canada, like French Canada, or French Polynesia, somewhere where I can like hear different dialects of French to really pick up on it. Because again, also if the US goes to fucking shit, where am I moving? So even if it's like I move to like London or fucking, I don't know, somewhere, and then I still want to learn other languages, of course. I'm still learning other languages, but all in all, the trip was great. I wish I could have practiced more French, but that's fine. I will just do it on my own time until the next time I can do this again. Food was I'm gonna say a 9 out of 10, or maybe an 8 out of 10, just because I couldn't experience all of it. But the food I did get to try, I would give it like a 8 out of 10 average, 8.5 out of 10 average. So overall a 4 out of 5. Culture and architecture. I'm someone who's obsessed with architecture. You know, that's not a passion of mine. I love looking at the different buildings and learning about the history behind it and seeing how history and culture is shown through buildings and art. So that I really enjoyed. I love being in one of the fashion capitals. Even though the style here some of the people's style here does bore me, there were some outfits where I'm like, no, this eats. I saw a grandma earlier. She was in this like gorgeous pink and orange green floral like jumpsuit situation with a hat. And while I wouldn't want that on me, she was eating. And I saw this man, I did ask pronouns. This man, he had like this like blonde buzz cut and this like black onesie with a black trench coat, and the onesie had like this rip in it. I don't know, stuff like that. I love like kind of edgy, like doesn't want to like follow the grain kind of vibe. So that was fun. Again, I love museums. I love how much museums they have and how the museums really honor their history, their culture, and also late designers or screenwriters, how even their streets are named after like playwrights and musicians and like important historical figures, even if they're not their own. So all in all, would I do Paris again or would I do France again? Yes, because I've done a couple cities in France. I've done Paris twice now, and then some other cities in France were through a cruise. So would I do Paris again? Absolutely. Would I want to travel to a different area in France though next time? First, yes, because I can learn French in other areas. So I would go to a different area in France just to get a vibe. I definitely would want to take a train to Amsterdam, just because, you know, do the little train situation. What else? And yeah, I think I would also, if I do Paris again, I would like the area I'm in, but I would want to go to a more busy area just to see the difference. And I'm in a more quieter area, which I do like, but I think next time, if it's just me, honestly, I think I prefer this area when it's just me. But if I was to be in a more busy area, I think I'd want to be with other people personally, because like, you know, for safety reasons. But I'm like, the area is not super busy, so like I would have been fine alone. But like for a busier area, like near the Louvre or Garnier by the opera, like that, even honestly that area, I feel like I could be alone. But I really did enjoy this. I love the shopping. I love to shop, and I just love all the different malls they have. I do next time would love to do vintage shopping and thrifting. I feel like when you go to a country, you can never just do everything in 1 week. You need more time, at least for like European and Asian and African countries. I can't speak about Australia because I haven't been, but for like those areas, you need a lot of time. But for what I've been able to do so far, I have really enjoyed my timing, and I feel like I did plan my time out right. Today and I think yesterday were the only days where I had like so much free time. Or was it just yesterday? No, it was just today, I think. Today was the only day where it was like super free. All the other days, for the most part, had stuff going on. So I did really enjoy my time. I loved how I was able to use it, and I would definitely do it again. So yeah, Paris, you owe me nothing, and I would rate you overall an A. Yeah, because it goes with A-, A+. I'd rate you an A for what I've done. Air France, however, you can suck my balls from the back. And actually, no, Air France and Delta, because y'all for that. But the rest of the trip, I loved it. It was so great. I didn't have any negative experience with anybody other than like those 2 guys I had mentioned in previous days. And yeah, also love the Ubers. You want an Uber? They are there. They move quick. They get you quick. Love it. They ready. You need Uber? 1 minute away. You need an Uber? 2 minutes away. Longest I had to wait was 4 minutes. And even the 4 minutes felt like this. Uber Eats, this. So I only ordered Uber Eats once, so I can't speak on that. But it was great. Would do it again. And yeah, peace out, babes. It's officially the last day in Paris. I'm sad, and I'm wearing a London shirt. But yeah, it's the last day in Paris. And by last day, I literally mean we check out at 12. Our flight's at 5. Gonna chill at the airport when we check out. Paris, you did your big one. Well, I did my big one in you. That's not disgusting. Paris, you owe me nothing. All right, cool. Applesauce. Forgot what this was. It's like a tomato cheese situation. Roasted vegetables. Pancakes. Cappuccino. Or is it macchiato? Cappuccino. Fresh squeezed orange juice. Bye, y'all.